Trading's like a never-ending buffet. There'll always be another trade that will come along. Now, we get fixated in trading about what if I don't get into this trade? It's that whole fear of missing out thing. That dynamic will actually come into your trade and you'll think this is the only trade that I could get into. And then you might get in at a suboptimal position. You might over risk. You might do lots of things that could actually hinder your trading progress. Now, like I said, remember that this is a never-ending buffet. With trading, there is always going to be another opportunity. And when you adapt that mindset, that is when your trading will start to change and you will start to become infinitely profitable. Now, with that massive amount of profit that is available on the table on a daily basis comes a downside as well. The downside of the infinite opportunities is the fact that you are left to your own devices. It's up to you to put a set of rules in place that keep you safe in that environment. Unlike any other industry or any other thing in normal life, there are a set of guidelines, there's a set of parameters, whether they're being imposed by a boss, by a government, by a society, whereas in the world of Forex, there are really no rules. It's up to you. You can trade all the way through the Asian session, through the night, even if you're in the UK. You can risk as much as you like if you have your own accounts. You can go between strategy to strategy to strategy with absolutely no consistency whatsoever and blow all of your money. Nobody or nothing is going to stop you from doing that. This is why it's very, very, very important to actually impose your own set of rules. You need to save the day. No one's going to come and save it for you. You need to put your own structure in place that you can trade safely, and then and only then will the riches start to flow and you'll be able to get your time back, your freedom back, and that lifestyle that you desire. So some of the rules that I actually go through myself, I stagger the actual trading day. So I'll only trade when there's volume in the market. So I tend to look at when the market's open. Now, I'm based in the UK. So Frankfurt opens at 7 a.m, London tends to open at 8 a.m, and then you tend to find that that volume dies off after about 9 a.m. UK time. The next volume session will be when New York and the American markets actually open. Now, in the UK, that'll be around about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you'll tend to find that that trading volume goes through to about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Then you will have a time to actually trade in the evening if you want to catch the back end of the US session. If you wanted to trade Asia, you could trade throughout the night as well. Like I said, there's never-ending opportunities for you to trade. However, if you trade when other people are trading, this is what moves price. And where there's price movement, there's then profitable opportunities. So time and timing when you're going to trade is very, very important. Don't try to just force trades and trade when there is no volume in the market. Trying to trade bank holidays, trying to trade during Christmas trading hours, trying to trade during the Christmas break. What is the point? Trade when there's volume, that's when the price moves, that's when you can make profit. Another rule is risk management. So risk management is a massive part of trading. There is a probability game after all. You need to always manage your risk. Now, my rule is I never risk more than 1% on any given trade. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean I'll always risk 1%. One of my trading strategies is an intraday strategy. So I look at where I think the bias is on a daily time frame, and then I'll trade in that direction on a 5-minute time frame. And as I'm trading on a 5-minute time frame, because it's a smaller time frame, there will naturally be more opportunities to get in and out of the market. Now, I know between 7 and 9 in the morning, if we take the London session, for example, that I could be in possibly 3 trades. So what I'll actually do is instead of risking 1% on each of those trades, I will risk 1/3% on each of those trades so that I'm still not going over my allowable loss for the day of 1%. If I do lose 3 trades in a row, which is unusual, but however it has happened, then I know that I just have to stop trading for the day, and that is my rule, and that's what keeps me safe. If I win the first trade, it allows me to take the second and the third and subsequent trades after that. But you still need to adopt some risk management principles to make sure that you are going to make money consistently. Which brings me on to my next point. What should be my take profit target? There's different thought processes on this. Some people just say take the money, any money, when it's actually available. Some will go for a 1-to-1 risk reward. My minimum is 2-to-1 risk reward. So the reason I adopt a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio is because it allows me to still make a profit even though I lose some of my trades. If you look at this from a probabilistic point of view, if I had 10 trades and I lost 5 of them and I'm risking 1%, then that means I would have lost say on a 100 grand account, 5,000. But because I'm going for a 2-to-1 risk reward strategy, on the 5 trades that I actually win, I would then win 10,000. So even though I've lost half my trades, I would still be 5% up on that account. And it's that probability and risk reward ratio combination that will actually keep you profitable in the markets. So I always go for a minimum of 2-to-1. Possibly some of the strategies I'll even go as high as 3-to-1, but you also have to recognize that the higher the risk to reward ratio, the lower the probability or the lower the win rate of the strategy is typically. So that means that just because a strategy has got a higher win rate does not necessarily mean it will be a more profitable strategy for you. The other part of my rules mechanism is the fact that I believe heavily in back testing a strategy. You need to train your eyes to see the setups. So I will come up with a trading idea. Once I've developed the idea, I will then extensively back test it on trading software to make sure that this strategy works in real life. I use a few different software platforms that allow me to actually play that same strategy as if it was happening in real life too. And then if I've made profit over a good few months, I will then forward test it in the real market with lower capital until I'm confident in the approach and I can see these setups with no effort whatsoever. Once I've done that, that is when I will enter the market. I see so many people just get a trading idea or copy trade somebody else's signals or skip the demo trading part completely. That is such a bad idea and a destructive way to start as a trader. You do need to train your eyes. Do not expect to just be able to walk into any industry, especially this one, and just start making millions of pounds. Leave that for the get-rich-quick gurus. This is not how trading works, okay? Trading is like any other discipline. You need to work hard to actually get perfect at that discipline. And when you do, when you commit, when you put enough time in and do enough reps, that is when you will start to make money. And that's also when you'll start to deserve the infinite returns that trading could possibly give you and that life that it will give you. So if you've enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe and follow my socials for more.